on, everyone? We have a filing to talk about. I think this is the first filing I've talked about out of the CBOE Futures Exchange, but nonetheless, we have one to talk about SR CFE 2021-008, Disruptive Trading Practices. Let's go ahead and take a look. Wind Moon. So this was filed today, and it is notice of filing of proposed rule change regarding disruptive trading practices, so it's not filed immediately and effective immediately, so this will have to sit there for some time. Now, CFE Rule 620, named Disruptive Practices, prohibits various disruptive practices, and CFE Policy and Procedures, XVII, Disruptive Trading Practices of the Policies and Procedures section of the rulebook, lists various factors that CFE may consider in assessing whether conduct violates Rule 620. The proposed rule change proposes to make the following clarifying updates in relation to these provisions. So the title of Section E of the P&P Section 8 is currently orders entered by mistake. The proposed rule change proposes to revise the title of Section E of P&P Section 8 to be orders entered by mistake or error, to clarify that the section covers orders entered either by mistake or error. The exchange considers the term mistake and error to be synonymous or synonyms for one another, while recognizing that a mistake may be associated with human action, while an error may be more associated with system behavior. So, are they expecting some system behavior soon? To the extent that there is a difference between the two terms and that the section refers to errors within the text of the provision, the exchange is making this change to make clear that a mistake is encompassed with references to errors in the text of the provision. Now, the first sentence of that section currently provides that an unintentional, accidental, or fat finger order will not constitute a violation of Rule 620, but such activity may be a violation of other exchange rules, including but not limited to Rule 608, acts detrimental to the exchange, acts inconsistent with just and equitable principles of trade, and abusive practices. The proposed rule change proposes to insert the word typically after the word not, so that the sentence provides that an unintentional, accidental, or fat finger order will not typically constitute a violation of Rule 620, but such activity may be a violation of other exchange rules, including but not limited to Rule 608. The second sentence of the section provides that market participants are expected to take steps to mitigate the occurrence of errors and their impact on the market. The proposed rule change proposes to further flesh out this sentence by revising it to provide that market participants are expected to take reasonable steps or otherwise have controls to prevent, detect, and mitigate the occurrence of errors, market disruptions, and system anomalies and their impact on the market. This proposed additional language clarifies that market participants are expected to take reasonable steps or to otherwise have controls in place to prevent, detect, and mitigate the occurrence of errors, market disruptions, and system anomalies, and their impact on the market. The proposed rule change proposes to add the following sentence at the end of Section E of P&P Section 8 in reference to the section sentence of Section E of that section, which reads, failure to take reasonable steps to prevent, detect, and mitigate such errors, market disruptions, and system anomalies or impacts may violate Rule 609, which is supervision, or other exchange rules. This sentence is intended to provide additional clarity to market participants about how the section interacts with other CFE rules. CFE is also proposing to add an example of prohibited activity under Rule 620. In particular, a non-exhaustive list of various examples of conduct that may be found to violate Rule 620 is included in the P&P Section 8. The additional examples provide a specific illustration of a trading strategy that may violate Rule 620, which involves purposefully submitting malformed data packets to the CFE's trading system as part of a trading strategy to reduce latency. In particular, this type of trading strategy may violate Rule 620, paragraph B, subsection IV, which provides that no person shall intentionally or recklessly submit or cause to be submitted an actionable or non-actionable message that has potential to disrupt the system of the exchange or other market participants. Now, a message, all that is back and forth communications between market makers. The proposed additional example includes the following fact pattern. A market participant engages in a trading strategy where the market participant's trading system is designed to purposefully submit malformed data across one or more physical connections to the exchange. What? For example, based on information received, the participant's trading system begins constructing an order message, for example, an Ethernet frame, TCP, or IP packet. The trading system is designed so that if further information is received during construction that negates the desire or need to trade the order being constructed, the trading system will stop construction and submit the incomplete data to the exchange. Because the incomplete data cannot be properly processed by a network switch or receiving device at the logical or physical entry point to the CFE system, the receiving device will discard the data. If no further info is received by the trading system during construction that would negate the desire or need to take the order, the trading system will complete construction of and submit the data so that an order message from the trading system is able to reach the CFE system. The practice of submitting to the exchange purposefully incomplete or malformed data packets has the potential to disrupt the systems of the exchange and may violate Rule 620. In essence, the proposed rule change furthers the goals of the electronic trading risk principles by making clear, among other things, number one, that market participants are expected to take reasonable steps or otherwise have controls to prevent, detect, and mitigate the occurrence of errors, market disruptions, and system anomalies and their impact on the market. And number two, the factors which may be considered in determining whether a market participant intended to disrupt or demonstrated a reckless disregard for the orderly conduct of trading or the fair execution of transactions include, but are not limited to, the impact to other market participants' ability to trade, engage in price discovery, or manage risk. So there you go. Give the responsibility into the hands of the criminals. They'll make the right decision. Right, Gary? You're going to prove this one, right, Gary? Go get him. Go get it, Gary. He's going to get it. He'll get it. That's it.